Hey, I want to thank everybody for taking the time to be here to recognize senior student athletes. Typically we do this event. It's called the Night of Impact, and it's a fairly large event. It's about 150, 200 people are in attendance. We have a meal before. It's a large venue. We induct our Hall of Fame class, and then we honor all of our senior student athletes all at one time. But the venue is not what is important, and what is important is that we take the time to thank these guys as senior student athletes for what they've given to Muskingum University, for the work that they put in, for the effort that they put in, for the fact that they've completed the journey. Right? It's challenging being a student athlete. There's a lot of highs and lows. And your sport especially, I mean, your sport is incredibly taxing. It's an incredibly tough sport, both mentally and physically. And you guys experience this, and we all have as student athletes. But there's days when you feel really good, and there's other days you go, why am I doing this? Right? And so to complete the journey, to be able to say that I went through those highs and lows, and I finished it the right way, I completed it, is a great story to tell. You know, how many times I've because people find out what I do for a living, and then they'll say, well, I played college athletics. And I'll say, oh yeah, besides where? I'll say, well, how long? And I'll say, well, I played for a year. Or I played for 2 years. And I always think, I don't know if I'd even tell me that I was a college athlete if I had to say the story that, hey, I quit. That doesn't sound like a fantastic story to tell. But you guys can tell the story that I was a collegiate student athlete, which very few people have the opportunity to do. But not only that, but I finished it, and I finished it the right way. That's a story that you can tell for the rest of your life, and you can feel really proud, really proud. And so we need to honor that, and that's why we're here today, is to honor that story, to recognize them for that, and to tell them how much we appreciate the fact that they did it. And so it's important that we're here. It's important that we're here. So I want to thank you guys from the athletic department, for myself. Thank you for what you've done. Thank you for what you've done. We wish you nothing but the best of luck as you go forward in the future. We want you to always know that you're welcome back to Muskingum. And I would encourage you to stay engaged with Muskingum University. Just because you graduate and you leave and you guys are going to begin your working careers, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't continue to be engaged with the institution. So several people, when they leave here, stay as engaged or more engaged than sometimes they were students. And there's no reason why you shouldn't be. You guys are always welcome back to campus. You're always welcome back athletically. Please stay engaged with us as a university. You're part of that long, magenta line. Okay? But really proud of the fact that you guys endured a really challenging sport. A really challenging sport. And you found the determination and the grit and the tenacity and all those things that go with wrestling to be here now. To sit here now and say, you know what, I did it. This is my story. My story says, I took on the challenge head on. I persisted. I endured. I fought. I competed. And here I sit, and the journey's complete, and I did it the right way. And so that's a credit to you two guys. That's awesome that you did that. It's really awesome. Like I said, it's a fantastic story, and a story you can tell for the rest of your life and feel really good about it.
All right, first up, Kevin Dreyer, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, North Hills High School. Let's go Pens, right? Let's go Pens. Yes, although last night was pretty bad. Nursing major, phenomenal academics, one of the top nursing students here, has been a point scorer in javelin for us, an event that we have a lot of tradition and history with, and he's continued that on. We're very excited about it, so thank you, Kevin. Louisa Smith, Nitro, man, it's the best high school name ever. Nitro High School in Nitro, West Virginia. Huge contributor in the hurdles and in the relays. The best singer on campus by far. I don't know who's going to sing the national anthem for me at the home meets anymore, so you may have to come back. Macy Mills may have to take that task on. So thank you for everything that you've done for us. Mary Double coming up next. Salem High School, Salem, Ohio. Soccer and track and field, the challenging dual sport athlete. Has been a major contributor in the relays and had some incredible performances in jumps for us over the years. And another area where we've had a lot of tradition and history. I want to thank you for your contributions there. Next up, we've got Elena Langenfelder is not here, but of course we want to recognize her. She's also a Pennsylvania person, Seneca Valley High School, has been a conference qualifier in the pole vault for us the last several years. A phenomenal nursing student that we're very proud of. So And I forgot to mention Louisa's animal studies and music, a really interesting double that we love having. And Mary, arts, communications, journalism, so some challenging areas there. Next up, Denisha Ransom, aka D-Train. So, Columbus, Ohio, South High School, has had a phenomenal career here, cross country, varsity girl and cross country team, has been a major contributor in the javelin. You see the theme there that's going on. Ready to score some points for us this weekend and help the team out some more, right? Yes, absolutely. Next up, we've got, and Denisha is digital media major. Next up is Johnny Franz, cross country, track and field, been a varsity guy in the cross country team for us. Has contributed the points on the relays. I won't have you tell the story of the 10K at Ohio Northern. we won't go there. Business management major. Has had a great career. We're excited to have him a part of the group. Thank you, Johnny. And then last but not least, Macy Mcadams, art education, the Heart and Soul, the women's distance program. Do we have enough time for all the accolades? A whole bunch of all-conference awards in cross-country, track and field, all-conference, all-region in cross-country, 6th in the country this year in the 5K, 10th in the 3K, in indoor season, 3K, 5K, 10K, DMR school records, big plans for the national meet later on at the end of this year, as we prep for the 10K, so some really amazing things. And can I announce the big news?
Yeah.
Okay. This morning we got a phone call that Massillon Washington High School has hired her as the new art teacher. So
And assistant track coach.
and assistant track coach. So there we go. So thank you, folks. You've been amazing.